Thank you, Right Reverend Madam. Good afternoon, church. As the year of discipleship draws to a close, I could not be more excited to share with you the good and faithful work done this year in Christian formation. On a diocesan level, we have welcomed Leighton Jones as the Children and Youth Missioner. Her exceptional work has strengthened existing offerings and built new relationships. She is currently running our collaborative confirmation program, which includes 15 young people from across our diocese. We offered a Lenten devotional on Faith to Go. Created both for the podcast and in print, it highlighted the voices of our lay leaders and connected with listeners far outside our geographical bounds of our diocese. Leadership Academy was hosted here at St. Dunstan's. It grew to over 130 participants. The discipleship track explored discipleship through the lens of belonging, with a focus on accessibility, neurodiversity, and what it truly means to say the Episcopal Church welcomes you. The first lay catechist cohort was established and graduated our first licensed lay catechists, each of whom developed a 6-session study for their congregations. Those studies included a program to talk about death and dying with children, an adult confirmation program, a Lenten study called Voices of Grace and Grit, which highlights the women of the Bible, and a similar program for children called Preparing the Faith. These studies are now available for use in all of our EDSD congregations. And our second lay catechist cohort started recently with lay leaders from All Souls, St. Andrew's Lake Elsinore, St. Bartholomew's, St. John's Indio, St. Luke's, and the Ramona Youth Collaborative. And those are just a snapshot of the programs and resources offered this year. But what was the most powerful journey for me this year was watching the extraordinary ways you chose to walk with Jesus. Hold on, it's better with the sound. How about I talk, and when they interrupt me, it'll be real good. St. Luke's hosted Vacation Bible School on their campus for the first time in 50 years. It required collaboration, creativity, and faithfulness in God's call to serve the children and youth in their care. St. Paul in the Desert's commitment to Safe Church, Safe Communities training. More than a one-time offering, they track, support, and encourage their congregation to complete the training. It is one of the many ways they take discipleship seriously, knowing that the ways we care for one another are rooted in safety and well-being, and from that place, each person can grow in faith and love. St. Timothy's has recently started a 4th Sunday family worship service, created in response to the challenges of maintaining Sunday school with ever-fluctuating attendance and a volunteer base that was already spread too thin. They chose to partner with God in something new. Holding the care of children, youth, and their primary caregivers at its core, this intergenerational service creates a joy-filled worship service for their entire community. St. Thomas of Canterbury is in a time of transition and is pursuing discipleship, knowing that whomever God calls to their vibrant community will walk with them in this faithful work. I recently had the opportunity to attend their monthly women's group. With attendees from their early 20s to their mid-80s, these faithful women engage with scripture, prayer, and build Christian relationships that provide support and connection. And there's more. Grace joined Trinity, and St. Andrew's by the Sea joined St. James for Vacation Bible School this past summer. St. Philip's is throwing open its doors to the children and youth of our diocese for a glorious Las Posadas this December. The goodness and joy take my breath away. And if I wasn't limited for time, I could go on and on about the faithful discipleship that took place in your congregations this year. But instead, let's look forward. There is goodness there too. Walking with Mary, an Advent study, has just been released. It'll be in the news this coming Wednesday. This program can be used with small or large groups and will also be offered on Zoom this Advent. Leadership Academy returns on March 7th and will be hosted by Trinity in Escondido. As we head into the year of evangelism, the central track of that day will focus on skills that enable us to do that holy work. Registration is now open for the children and youth retreats at Camp Stevens. If your congregation has never had a young person participate, we hope that this is the year that you will ask them to join us. And if you want to know more about that, any member of the voting delegation over there can speak to how fun it is to go to camp. This year's Vacation Bible School curriculum, which is provided entirely free, is called Camp Joy, and it'll be available for download in early January. It's filled with everything you need to welcome children onto your campus, including curriculum, music, art, and of course, the very important forms and schedules. I am forever grateful to get to do this important work with each of you. Thank you for the ways you engage your congregations in the important work of discipleship. Thank you for the opportunities you provide for me to collaborate and offer support to you. And most importantly, thank you for the ways that you let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And that, my friends, was a reference to the song in that first slide, and I'm wondering if Chris toggled back, would it play the noise for us? We'll play it later? All right. It's worth it, I promise. Thank you, Right Reverend Madam. Here ends the formation report.